Excellent evening, everyone. We are all welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome to every one of us. How are we? I hope we're having our week is fruitful. We're all welcome to this evening's broadcast. Like we saw on our page, today we are going to be looking at natural remedies for menopausal digestive issues. Natural remedies for menopausal digestive issues. That's what we're going to be looking at this evening. So I want to share this on my page, and then we'll be able to get going. Welcome to every one of us. If you've joined me, you can greet so I can greet you. Welcome. Who is online with me? If it's self-finance, I would have seen the people I need to get on my phone to see those who are online. I hope network is friendly today. Okay. All right. So, welcome. Hello, Nancy David. You're welcome. Welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Today, we are going to be looking at menopausal women and digestive issues. How do we go through digestive issues? Some information that might help you, and we're going to be looking at some natural ways and change of lifestyle that can help us go through it very well. Aisha Mustafa, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. So help me share with your friends as I also share with my friends on my phone and the rest. Help me share so that people can join us this evening to get what we are getting also. Welcome to every one of us. Hello, welcome. I know that some people sometimes they really feel what we are eating food, everything is okay, but you actually need to know what happens to you, and prevention, like I always say, is better than cure. Prevention is safer than cure. Prevention is easier, cheaper than cure. So we're going to get going to share this all on our pages. Hello, Jen Destiny, you're welcome. Good evening. Welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome to every one of us. We'll soon get going. I'm almost through with sharing on my pages, and then one more to go. The phone is delaying a bit, but I think network. I hope this one is I hope that one is stable. I don't want stories. The phone is delaying a bit because it's dropping, but that is on, Abby.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me just go here so I can. All right. So I can see us from here. All right. So today, like I said, we are looking at menopause, natural remedies for menopausal digestive issues. A number of people, when I was talking with them, they talked a lot about digestive issues, how they can't understand what is happening to them, and I had to go and do some research on that, and that's what we're going to go through today. We'll be fast so that I can take some questions today also from us, okay? Abimbola Agbaje, hi, it's been a while. You're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome. She's one of my top fans, but maybe she has not been talking. When you look, you will see those that are top fans here. All right. So let me just explain what happens to us when we eat. Our digestive system plays an important role in our body. Converting the food we eat into their simplest forms, such as, when you eat food, your carbohydrates, your yam, your semo and all that, it's converted into glucose, amino acids, and fatty acids, okay? So this broken down food is then absorbed into your bloodstream from the small intestine, and the nutrients are carried to each cell of your body. That's what happens to you. The nutrients are carried to each cell of your body. Hello, Ngozi Meke, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. All right, so digestion actually begins in the mouth by your taking in your food and grinding your food, with your teeth. So before moisturizing it, and then it's now easy for you to swallow it. So your saliva is also part of digestion. So when you eat, as you're chewing your food, your saliva is moisturizing the food, and then it's going in. So once the food is in the stomach, your food is now mixed with the gastric juice and churned both mechanically and chemically to be broken down. Your stomach walls will be, like grinding, as if it's grinding the food mechanically, and then also releasing some chemicals that will help the food to be broken down. So the food is then squeezed into this first part of your small intestine, which we call the duodenum. You can remember when we were treating ulcer, we talked about duodenum ulcers. So as the food goes through the mouth, the saliva mixes with it as you're chewing it, enters your intestine, and then it now begins to, also churn, like as if it's grinding the food and mixing it chemically with some enzymes, and then mechanically also grinding it very well. Hello, Joyce Konta and Pelwa Uzo. You're welcome to this evening's broadcast. So your duodenum, the first part of your intestine, now mixes the food with more digestive enzyme, as well as bile from your liver. Okay, so the food is then passed through to the lower part of your small intestine, where the nutrients are separated. God is so wonderful. The way he has made us is so wonderful. Joyce, okay, yeah, you're greeting. Thank you for thanking me. So once the nutrients have been absorbed into the bloodstream, the waste is now moved into the large intestine or your bowel. That's why sometimes when you start eating, after a while, they say your bowels are moving, because it's receiving more of the chaff that will go away, and then it's becoming fuller, and then you need to go to the toilet. And that's why some people, while they are still eating, they rush to the toilet if they have not gone to the toilet before. Then another thing that happened is that water is removed and the waste is stored until passed in the toilet, on the ladies' room, in the gents and whatever, until you pass them out there. So in other words, the digestive system is hungry, is highly important and quite incredible. It's quite incredible. That's one of the most important, systems in your body that can help, because is when you eat that every other thing is sustained. Food sustains every other thing. So digestive system is very, very important. And for us as women, you find out that hormones are very, very also important, hormonal changes. That's why sometimes when women are pregnant, they go through some kind of digestive issue. You see the woman vomiting, you see the woman having, one kind of, they say she's developed ulcer through pregnancy and things like that. It's because our digestive system is very, very important, even for children in the womb, children that have just come out, and at every stage of our life. Now, if your system and organs are in good working condition and order, you wouldn't even know that such a process is going on within your body. All you know is that you're chewing food and then you feel like going to toilet, you go to toilet. That's all you know. You wouldn't even know any of these things that we are talking about, But if it's now when you have issues that you begin to feel, as I'm eating, I'm having one kind of problem in some people will say, oh, my throat is choking, under my breast is this one, or my stomach is, that's when you have problems. So digestion is generally easy, merely a case of eating, putting food in your mouth, and then eating again and putting food in your mouth. But unfortunately, changes within the body during menopause can sometimes cause digestive issues in some women. Remember that I told us, hello, Angel Ray, good evening, you're welcome. Welcome, Margaret Agba, to this evening's broadcast as we look at menopause and digestive issues, natural remedies that we can use for them. So like I said, some women have some issues, like every woman will go through menopause. That's a natural process every woman will go through. How you go through it now depends on how you got your body ready, how you emotionally, psychologically, you're ready for it, how you diet-wise, you're ready for it, health-wise, you're ready for it. That's what determines your own symptoms, and again, maybe your body. But if you take care of your body and you are aware of what you're supposed to do ahead of time, and you go ahead to do it, you will not go through it. Like, for example, now, why do women develop arthritis during menopause? Because of drop in their estrogen, and then they needed cytostrogen while they are going through menopause through some foods and diet that can give them cytostrogen. If they don't get that, they are going to have issues. Or, for example, during menstruation, pregnancy, your calcium is depleted, and if you don't give your body enough calcium that it needs, then you can also have arthritis. So that's what I'm talking about, preparing yourself ahead of time, preparing yourself during your early ages in life, 30, 35, towards your pre-menopause, peri-menopause, and post-menopausal season, so that you will be able to have the best of life that you can. So, of course, we know that as your hormone shifts during menopause, you may endure a series of digestive health issues, including gas. You'll be gassing a lot, acid reflux and gassing. You can have bloating. You can have shift in your bowel movements. You know, that's why some people that before would have had like a routine of going to toilet early in the morning, they find out that sometimes they will sit there, they will not be able to go to toilet because of the hormonal changes, because of the drop in estrogen that they are having. Hello, Margaret, you're welcome. Alabi Fumilayo, you're welcome. You're just coming in from Liberia. Wow, welcome, welcome, welcome. I was in Liberia, I think 2 years ago, yeah. No, just before COVID. I think it was, yes, I was in Liberia 2019. Yes, I was in Liberia 2019. You're welcome. It's a nice place. I like Liberia. I like the fish. They gave me big fish. I even came back with plenty fish that I ate for a long time. I ate fish every day I was in Liberia. Fresh fish like this. Let me see another thing I enjoyed in Liberia. Then they ate a lot of plantain. Yes, they had plantain, a lot of plantain. They did dishes with plantain. I also enjoyed the plantain. I don't even remember the hotel I stayed with, but I think I was in the capital city. Hello, you're welcome. Hello, Moji Dowu, you're welcome. Welcome, Paul Modupe. Welcome to this evening's broadcast. So, this can also even be more complicated by the use of hormonal replacement therapy. Like some people who are having issues with their hormone and they need to go through some therapies. You find out that when they go through those therapies, they have stomach issues. Like some people who are on family planning and they are giving them some kind of, maybe whatever they put in, those that use pills and those that use those things they set up, they find out that they are bloating, their stomachs are bloating. These are always because of issues with menopausal, changes in our hormone. That's what could cause all that for us. Then at post-menopause, remember I told you that menopause, peri-menopause is once you start having menopausal symptoms like hot flushes, your period is irregular, and that starts between ages 45 to about 50, 55. Then immediately you don't see your period for 12 full calendar months. Then that means you have entered your menopause period. But before then, even if it's 8 months, even if it's 9 months, even if it's 10 months, it can still come back. But once it doesn't come back for 12 calendar months, then you have entered your menopause. And that's when we will now say you are now at your post-menopause after a few months. So for women during their post-menopausal age, they may have trouble absorbing certain nutrients because of medications that they are taking and also because of changes associated with their age. So this might not play out in painful way most of the time, but you need to also check your body to be sure of how you're going through. Remember what I told us, once you're 50 years, try to go for your annual checkup. Even if you can't do annual, do biannual checkups, okay? And if you're 60 years and above, please make sure you do your annual checkup. 70 years and above, every 6 months, you go for your checkup, complete body checkup. So what are some of the digestive issues? Let's even look at them. Because before we look at the solutions and remedies for them. Hello, Melly Stable. You're welcome. Welcome to this evening's broadcast. You can ask your questions as we go along. You know, science tells us that women are twice as likely to develop digestive problems such as irritable bowel syndrome, that is IBS, and many women report that their digestive problems begin or start during their menopausal period, that is peri-menopause, when just before their menopause. That's when a lot of women develop ulcer, bloated stomach, acid reflux, you know, all those digestive issues that they might have, irritable bowel syndromes and things like that. Not only can digestive problems interrupt the clever and complex function of your body and cause discomfort for you, but in some cases, they can also lead to most serious health issues. For example, people who have ulcer, duodenal ulcer, gastric ulcer, and some kinds of intestinal digestive system ulcer can actually, if it's not treated, it can lead to them leading to operation, and then they are cutting off some parts of their intestine, and it can even lead to other secondary, you know, issues in the life, you know. So it can arise anywhere along your digestive path, for consumption to even explosion. There are some people who will begin to have what we call explosion in their stomachs. That's, they have their intestine tearing out, you know, and bursting. So it's very, very important that we take care of our systems very, very well. Yes, hormone. Of course, hormone affects every part of your system. Our bodies are actually chemicals, and hormones are chemicals. And that's why if you have to be pregnant, you have to have a balanced hormone for pregnancy. If you have to go through menopause or your period, so everything is about hormones. So your hormone, and I'm answering your question, affects every part of your system. That's what, because if your stomach is not okay, you're going to have issues with other parts of your body. Arthritis comes because of lack of estrogen, also reduction in estrogen. So you can have arthritis if during your menopause, you don't control your hormonal level, and your estrogen drops very much, and you're not taking cytoestrogen to support it. You can have arthritis. Hello, Eunice Adeojo. You're welcome. Welcome to this evening's broadcast. Phoebe and really Riley, you're welcome. Welcome to this evening broadcast. All right, so digestive issues during perimenopause and menopause can appear in various forms. It can appear like excess wind or constipation. Of course, you know, when you have excess air, gas in your system when you're eating, you feel constipated. That's part of digestive issue that you can have when you're during your menopause. And then weight gain. Of course, you know that weight gain is also part of digestive issue, because if you don't burn your fat up, you don't digest your fats well, and it's stored, weight gain can come, and then abdominal pain can also come. So the way some of these issues can affect or appear for you, your system, as symptoms include cramps. You can begin to have cramps. It's like I hope we're still on. It's still on? Yes. Okay. I don't know why this one jumped out. So you can have cramps, you can have bloating, you can have cramps, you can have bloating, you can have excess gas, you know, having serious excess gas, constipation, diarrhea, and then sometimes you can have a forced urge to go to the toilet, to move. Your bowel movement will be, you will feel like going to toilet, but you will not go to toilet. You can go there, sit for hours, nothing will come out. Yet you're feeling as if you want to go to toilet, but nothing is there. So those are some of the issues you can have. Then you can also have symptoms like stomach pains, heartburn, you know, as if something is, you know, choking you and holding your painful hair under your breast or your duodenal part. Then, of course, acid reflux is also part of it. And then fatigue, inflammation, you can have nausea, and of course, ulcers. You know, some of these symptoms I mentioned are also symptoms of ulcers. Sometimes it hasn't reached ulcer, but some people will just tell you they have ulcer. If they're having acid reflux, they say it's ulcer. If they're having heartburn, they say it's ulcer. If they're having stomach pain, they say it's ulcer. No, they are not all ulcer. Ulcers are wound. when you already have wounds. So you can have acid reflux without having ulcer, but acid reflux can lead to ulcer. So when you're having some of those symptoms, it's better for you to check yourself. You know, sometimes they say that when your head is aching you, that your body is telling you something. Anytime your head is aching you, there's something your body is telling you, that something is not right with your system. So you need to find out. So when you begin to gas, when you begin to have constipation, when you begin to have acid reflux, check yourself so that it will not lead to secondary ulcer issues for yourself. So now let's look at how does menopause cause some digestive issues. Look at how menopause causes some digestive. Melly says, Ma, for how long can one stay without going to toilet? How can one help if it? Please, if we ask, thank you for this question, Melly. If you eat 3 times a day, the proper and perfect thing is that you should go to toilet 3 times a day. Because each digestive session that you have, each food you take in goes through some digestive session. And then, remember what I told us initially, the nutrients are taken, the amino acids are taken, the vitamins are taken, and then the roughage, those bad odor, the things that the body doesn't need, is passed through to the large intestine, your colon, and it's supposed to go out. But when people don't eat well, when they don't eat enough fiber, when they don't eat enough roughage, that's what some people call it, and they don't eat well, then those things are stored, or when their systems are not working well, they are stored in the large intestine. I always tell people, your health is in your colon, and sickness begins in the colon. I'm telling you. If you don't go to toilet every day, you're not well. I'm telling you the truth. If you don't go to the toilet, if you don't use the toilet at least once a day, I use the toilet sometimes 2-3 times a day. If I eat 3 times a day, it's very likely I'll use the toilet 3 times a day. If I eat twice a day, it's very likely I'll go to the toilet twice a day. Any day I don't go to the toilet, I know there's a problem, that something is wrong with my system. So Melly, you're supposed to go to the toilet at least, in the very least of it, once a day if you eat. If you eat 3 times, the normal and perfect thing is for you to go to toilet 3 times a day. And it's very, very bad. Imagine it. You know, some of us, when we finish cooking, I'll use this illustration, but I don't like using it. When you finish cooking and maybe you leftover food that you didn't finish, you put it in the dustbin. By the next day when you come back, won't it be smelling? It will be smelling. Imagine if that dustbin is your stomach. So you leave that food day 1. Day 2, you put another one. Day 2, the dustbin is getting bigger and bigger. Day 3, you put another one, and for 3 days you've not gone to toilet. Whatever is smelling in that dustbin is better than what is in your stomach. Your stomach is smelling worse, because at least air is entering it, but your stomach there's no air. It's inside that colon there. Imagine that dirty dustbin that you'll not be able to put your hand. Your stomach, your colon is worse than that. That's why it's good for you to go to toilet. Now, let me tell you, Melly, if you're having digestive issues and you're not going to toilet very well, aloe vera gel and fields of green is your solution. I tell you, if you take aloe vera gel, fields of green, and Pro-B is another one. I don't have Pro-B again. I run out of stock of Pro-B. I'm ordering from US this evening. So in 2 weeks' time, my Pro-B will arrive. So if you have fields of green and aloe vera gel, the bowels will move, and it will help detoxify and cleanse you, and you go to toilet. So Melly, please, if you're having that issue, chat me privately on my number on the screen that will be pinned now, +234. We're going to pin my number now, +234 703 515 1642, +234 703 515 1642. That's my number, and I'll pin it for you now. Just take your fields of green and your aloe vera gel. I do this every morning. I just came back, and my aloe vera gel, I took the last set I had, I put in the bottle. This is a new one. Aloe vera gel is one secret of good colon health. If you don't have it, buy aloe vera gel. Okay, you shake it very well. I drink mine from the bottle because I have mine and I put it for myself in the fridge all alone. I used to have a lot of constipation. Sometimes 2 days I've not gone to toilet. Because I even tell people what I normally put on my toilet in those days is, with God all things are possible. Possible so that I can go to toilet. So I had serious constipation issue. I even had to do operation, pile operation, as you see me here. In those days I did pile operation because I had serious constipation issue. But since I found out about aloe vera gel, I'm free. I go to toilet 2-3 times a day, depending on the number of times I eat. So Melly, I hope I've answered your question now, okay? So you need to go to toilet if you eat daily. Joy, good evening. Akim Boboye, good evening. Alabi said, I experienced this system, although I had gastric, which I have been managing, but I don't still go to toilet regularly. What can you do naturally? Aloe vera gel, Fields of Green and Pro B, and then water therapy, okay? Chat me on my WhatsApp. Please help me pin my number. Are you on? Yes. Pin it for me if you can. Chat me on WhatsApp so I can send you procedure for water therapy. Water therapy is another thing that helped me. And I even had someone in US 2 weeks ago. She was just calling me and thanking me because for her own 4 days she will not go to the toilet. So when she had me talk about it some weeks back, she requested for the things, and when they arrived, she was like, wow. So I said, hey, let me tell you, I'll send you the procedure for water therapy. So I sent it to her. She has been thanking me. She said, you know what? I've been using the toilet every day. I've been so free. She said she's no more tired. She's happier. That's what happens to you when your system works the way they need to work. So chat me and I'll send you and anybody that wants to have the procedure for water therapy, you can chat me on my WhatsApp number that is pinned on the screen, and I will send it personally to your WhatsApp. All right, Alabi, you say you mean symptoms? Okay, some of these symptoms. Okay, all right. So I've answered you. Hello, welcome, Fatima. My number will be pinned on the screen now. Olasukomi says, please ma, I'm a diabetic patient and trying to conceive. What can I do? Please chat me on my number and then we'll discuss it personally, okay? So that I'll give you some personal counsel on that. So as you go through perimenopause and menopause, your body undergoes hormonal changes like I've always told us. These changes can have unexpected effects on the rest of your body, on your system, on your organs, including your digestive system. That hormone, estrogen, has a direct impact on the hormone called cortisol, also known as stress hormone, okay? So estrogen has direct impact on the stress hormone called cortisol. So when menopause causes your